Hall of Famer stepping down the day a different Hall of Fame will open its doors to new members. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz, glad to be with you on the Sports Update presented by Toyota. Get to the national championship game in just a sec, but let's start with the Redskins becoming the fourth team in the NFL in need of a new coach. Hall of Famer Joe GIBBS resigning for the second time in his career. First time was for health reasons. This time, well, we'll find out why he's retiring at a press conference at 3 p.m. Eastern. GIBBS had 1 year left on his 5-year contract and originally had said he would coach all of it. But the 67-year-old coach will end his second stint after a 9-7 season, one, of course, marked by the death of Sean Taylor. The three-time Super Bowl winner will speak again at 3 p.m. Eastern. Meanwhile, Ohio State, for a second straight year, was in the national championship game against an opponent from the SEC, and for a second straight year got out to a quick lead. Last year, it was the opening kickoff taken back for a touchdown. This year, a touchdown on the fourth play and a 10-0 lead. Problem, though, LSU scored 31 unanswered. The Tigers, 38-24 winners and BCS national champions. First school in the BCS era to win a pair of titles, and first school in that era to win a title with 2 losses. Senior Matt Flynn picked a good time to throw a career-high 4 touchdown passes, and in the process showed Michigan the reason it wanted Les Miles, because he found a way to beat Jim Tressel and Ohio State, which, by the way, is now 0-9 all-time against SEC schools in bowl games. And with LSU winning the title, the SEC now 4-0 in BCS national championship games. 10 years the system has been in place. Tennessee won the first, LSU with 2 since then, and of course Florida last year. No other conference has more than 2 champions in that time span, that being the Big 12, with Oklahoma winning it in the 2000 season, and Texas with Vince Young in the 05 season. And on top of that, we do not have a split national champion, despite the fact that many have boisterously said and written that USC is the best team at this point. LSU received the final #1 spot in the final AP poll, and in runaway fashion, 60 of the 65 first-place votes. USC only received 1, while Georgia, who finished second in the AP poll, got 3. The other #1 vote went to #7, Kansas. And with Georgia finishing #2 and not having a shot to play for the national title, the school's president, Michael F. Adams, has a press conference scheduled today to call for an 8-team playoff. Now remember, the Bulldogs were widely regarded as one of the top 3 teams at the end of the season, but did not even win the SEC East to play for the SEC title. Baseball today will open its doors to a new class of Hall of Fame, or possibly. 1:30 p.m. Eastern, the announcement: Jim Rice, Goose Gossage, Andre Dawson, Mark McGwire, among those hoping to get in after failed attempts to receive 75% of the votes in the past. If Rice and Gossage do get in, it would be just the 5th time in Hall of Fame history that a pair of players would make it in, both in their 9th election or later. Meanwhile, Roger Clemens was supposed to be a first-time balloter, and still may be when he becomes eligible, but everything with the Rocket up in the air. Addressed the media Monday for the first time and played a 17-minute taped conversation with former trainer Brian McNamee that Clemens knew was being recorded. In it, Clemens repeatedly denied using steroids and constantly said he's telling the truth, but never did he ask McNamee to recant his statements, nor did McNamee ever once say that he lied to the Mitchell investigators. Remember, Clemens has filed a defamation lawsuit against his former trainer, and there is a countersuit expected from McNamee. All right, let's do the Wits hits. June Jones has left Hawaii and signed a contract to coach SMU, a school that went 1-11. The Mustangs hoping Jones can do what he did for the Warriors when he took over there, which was an 0-12 school in '99. He followed that up with a 9-win season. Terrell Owens, a game-time decision for Sunday's game with the Giants. Remember, a high ankle sprain suffered in Week 16 at Carolina. And on CBSSports.com, a ton of college hoops coverage. Big Ten, SEC games all over the place, in an important game in the Missouri Valley between Northern Iowa and Illinois State. Check out all the coverage on the site. Folks, a very interesting day in sports, to say the least. Stay with CBSSports.com for all the latest. That's it for the Sports Update presented by Toyota. I'm Jason Horowitz. Enjoy the night in sports. Take care.